I've been thinking a lot about what makes a nation truly strong. Is it its armies? Or its economy? Or could it be something much more fundamental? Something closer to home?
Have you ever really stopped to think about it? How do we agree on a path forward? How do we build a nation where everyone, and I mean everyone, feels like they belong? And where does that deep sense of understanding, where does it even come from?
So let's explore this together. We're going to walk through 5 main ideas: how nations are formed, society's central pillar, the pressures women face, what relief truly means, and finally, the 2 very different futures a nation can choose.
All right, so first up, how nations are formed. Building a nation, it's a lot like building a house, isn't it? You can't just, throw up a roof and call it a day. It doesn't work like that. You've got to start with a solid foundation. You have to lay the groundwork, piece by painstaking piece. There are no shortcuts here, no magic wands. It's a process, and it has to start at the very beginning.
So where's that beginning? Where's that foundation? Well, it's not in some grand government building or a busy city square. It's in the home, the one place where every single one of us starts our journey. The process of building a person, it begins right there, in the family.
Okay, so if the home is the foundation, what's holding that foundation up? What's the central pillar? Now here's an idea, and it might challenge what we usually think. What if that pillar, the very thing that keeps the whole structure stable, is the woman?
It really comes down to this simple, powerful truth. The progress of a whole nation is connected to the woman. It just is. When women are empowered, they become these incredible catalysts for change. They drive progress in every part of society.
And this isn't some abstract idea, It's not just about rights on a piece of paper. This is about the future of our society, the very fabric of it. So when we choose to strengthen this pillar, we're not just helping one person or even just one family. We are literally building a better world for all of us. It's the only way we can guarantee our success. That's a beautiful vision, isn't it? A strong pillar, a stable home, a thriving nation. But what happens when that's not the reality? What happens when that central pillar, the one that's supposed to hold everything up, is instead being crushed by the weight of so many hidden burdens?
Just try to imagine the weight of it all, the constant workload and financial stress, the conflicts at home. Then you add the social restrictions on top of that, being denied basic things we should all have, like education or healthcare, feeling like you have no power, no voice in your own decisions. And then, so often, there's the violence, the psychological harassment. It's an impossible weight. It's enough to weaken anyone, body and soul.
Think about it like trying to grow something beautiful in a garden where the soil is just dead and the sun can't get through. That's what it's like for so many women. When you're constantly crushed by these pressures, you start to lose your self-confidence. You lose the ability to even see your own potential, let alone reach it.
And this brings us to maybe the most important question of all. With their own health so damaged, how can they possibly raise the next generation? How will they raise our children? What kind of future are we really creating here?
But it doesn't have to be this way. It really doesn't. There is another path, a path toward healing, toward progress, and it all begins with one simple but incredibly powerful idea: relief. Now, when I say relief, I'm not just talking about some temporary handout. It's so much bigger than that. It's about creating an entire environment, a whole atmosphere where women are respected, where their rights are actually honored, an environment where they are given complete freedom and ease, a space to breathe. Let's go back to that garden for a second. True relief? It's about taking care of the whole plant, not just watering the leaves. It means caring for a woman's mental well-being, her physical health, and her social life. It's the whole picture.
So here we are, at a crossroads, a nation's 2 futures. The choice we make, right now, whether to provide this relief or just look the other way, it decides which path we take. And the consequences of that choice, they're everything.
Let's look at the first path, the responsible one. It starts simply. Women are given relief. What happens next? The home becomes a peaceful place, a sanctuary. And what about the children? They get a better upbringing, a healthier one. And what do those children grow up to become? A responsible, well-trained nation. And look at the fruits of that choice. We're talking about happier, more independent women, homes that are actually peaceful, kids who get a real shot with better education and training, family finances improve, and women, they're finally empowered to be the agents of social change this world needs.
But then there's the other path, the result of neglect. Instead of peaceful homes, you get household tension. Instead of confident kids, you get children with psychological issues. Empowered women become women filled with hopelessness. National progress, it becomes social unrest. And stable societies, they see their family systems just collapse. The difference is, it's night and day.
And the warning here is it's incredibly stark. If women are not given this relief, the consequences will be terrifying. That's not me saying that. That's the core message. It's not something we can afford to ignore. This is a call to action for all of us right now. So, after all this, what's the bottom line? It comes down to one fundamental truth. Women are the most valuable asset of any society. Period. Not a secondary thought, not an afterthought. They are the heart of it all. Which means providing this relief, it's not just a nice thing to do. It's not even just about their rights. It is a national duty, a social duty. It's on every single one of us. It's a responsibility for individuals, for institutions, for governments. It's our shared work.
And you know what? When we finally provide this peace, this relief to our women, that's when we'll understand. That's when we'll finally get the answer to that question we started with. We'll see, right in front of us, how a nation is truly, truly formed.
So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. What is one small way, just one, that our community, that you can begin to provide this relief today? What could that one small thing change?